Hey listeners, thank you for tuning in. This episode, we're going to be talking with the man behind Zamar Sponsors, their incredible work, the amazing impact that they make on many young Tibetan kids who live in India and who live in Nepal. But this next clip is a little bit sensitive and touching to the heart, and we want to show it because it's a real life story. It's a real life situation of what many young Tibetan kids who live in Nepal and India are going through right now. And it's these kinds of stories that this organization hears on a day to day basis. Um, but to the respect and privacy of the individual behind the camera, we blocked out the face and we've kept the name out because, we want to be respectful for them as well and not show it publicly everywhere. But the audio clip is real, describing her situation and the amazing impact that this organization has made. Um, and so I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that and hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Lo thangbo waji fish chen chinda raim ba song za ane ngarang chwa la nai da pe go chung su khajina na da phene chunju ni le re ane mik ta yin be ashang ching ma de ma re de cha re pe she mang bo yo ma re ane on di gi da chinda ro ji ra de pe go chung su adi ga la de men shap do do na jima tholop then do chi de sama la khwai ne rai re do le da 원디기 마디스 이감스기 더 메샵 롱아디 약부신 장 아니 라지 약부신 첸인디 추어섬네 아니 믹스 더 년동 수야디 카인라나다 녀마가 더 비셔이 당아 톨럽 관리 도거래 비셔 관리 단기래 섬 ngamda jiyorada hondi tenda bad me chaza ani nge the chokpada ani sponsor changmalangi ning thapone thushinang.
Today, we'll talk a little bit about the organization Zamar Sponsors. And am I pronouncing it right? Zamar Sponsors?
Yeah, Zamar Sponsors. Obviously, the name is not that important,
Yeah.
but since you have a registered nonprofit, you have to have some kind of name. And at that point, about 5, 6 years ago, I didn't know what to name it. It's not important. So, but there's so many names people gave me. At the end, my mom passed away about a while ago. Before that, that's the reason I started this thing. I wanted to, do something in her name, in memory of her name or her, late. So I didn't know what to think of it. But then someone just told me, "Hey, why don't you just name your mom's name?" But then her name is like so common, right? Like, Tibetan name, Doma, Amo, Tashi, whatever. So I thought, hey, maybe we could name something that where she was born and where she's from, right? In Tibet.
Yeah.
And then I talked to a few of my relatives, and they said she's from a place called Nakchu. So Zamar is like small county or a town where she's from, where she grew up. So we thought, hey, sounds like a pretty cool name, Zamar. I thought, wow, that's cool. Anyway, I came here, and my friend and I went to this place called India Kolika. So I went to never been there before, never heard of it. So we went there, and on the way there, we saw this another settlement called Hunsur Tibetan settlement. It's right next to Belakubi. Obviously now I know a lot, right? Because the settlement of Belakubi, Hunsur, Goligal, whatever have you. There's different settlements in India, but at that time I didn't know anything about it. So I was still learning. So I got there, and he said, "Oh, this is called Hunsur. This Tibetan lived there, but this is their thing, their house." So then there was this lady, Amla, was at that time was having some difficult time. So I told my friend, "Hey, we should do a little fundraiser, and we should just use our YouTube." If I'm not mistaken, at that time there weren't a lot of people doing YouTube, not YouTube or even Facebook, but somehow opened to Facebook that time, and we thought, hey, we just go ahead and download it, put it on Facebook, see what happens. And then my friend, oh, that's a good idea. So he made a video, and we both started making a video, and we gave some money to the daughter and the son, whatever. And then in the within a week or two, we would give their name, her own phone number. We were told that she got like close to 1.5 lakh. So and we're so happy about it. She got a lot of money actually. And then we thought, well, this is pretty cool, right? And so, wow, this is very nice. And then we went back to India and Nepal. After that, we went to India and Nepal to visit. And
Yeah.
then we thought, well, we could do something similar in Nepal. And then we went there to make story short. When we went to Nepal, we did the same thing, except this time the parents were saying they have kids that they haven't paid their fees.
Mhm.
And I said, where's the school? And they're, okay, well, school is down there in about, I don't know, maybe like 6 hours drive. And they're, okay, so tell us where the school is. We'll go there. Maybe we can pay their fees. And then now that we have a little bit of experience on Facebook, we can go live again, not
Yeah.
live, but download again, and then see what happens. And like, okay, so we did that. And my gosh, we got 2.5 lakh, things like that at that time. Nepalese movie.
Yeah.
And then we took that money and we went to the school and we selected 6 students.
Wow.
We paid. Hey, this is my friend. We were just saying that we met the principal. Principal is a very young guy, so we met there. We're here to pay their school fees. They're like, "Wow, really?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so we paid the fees and everything. That was like 2013 or 14, I forgot. So we did that, and then
And so I kind of have a list of questions that I've written a little bit that I definitely wanted to get through for I think that's important for listeners to know. So you talked a little bit about how like it started with education, and I'm assuming like right now the biggest donation is going to education. What are some other aspects? Like, is it going to rent? Is it also going to like hospital fees? Are there stuff like that?
So when we say we have about 150 students, obviously it's not all for tuition. There are some students who, in the past 7 years, called us saying, "Jojo, please, I'm such and such. I'm in Nepal right now. I just got accepted to a college in somewhere in Bangalore or Delhi, whatever. But Tibetan government exiled the education department giving me a 40 or 50,000 rupees scholarship. But my parents has to come up with, we have to pay for this fees ahead of time, deposit. They call it deposit in their college. Deposit is about 30,000 rupees, Indian rupees. But my parents don't have money, so can you please give it to find us a sponsor? I only have 1 week to left. Unfortunately, they don't give us enough time. These kids, they don't know, they don't realize. I don't want to say bad or good, but this is where I'm telling you, everyone, please go to our YouTube, share it, go to our Facebook, share it, go to all your friends, Instagram, whatever. Hey, did you know there's a thing called Zamar sponsors? They actually give out scholarship, not scholarship, sorry, sponsorship. They find you sponsors. You may get it, you may not get it, but it's worth trying. Try, you never know, right? At least they're gonna post your photo and your information, whatever, so they can try to find it. You got nothing to lose. So the more of you share it, spread it, then it's better, because a lot of students don't know about it. So now, like, well, I can't afford this 30,000 rupees. So how am I going to even get to college, right? And some like, well, I need to pay this 30,000 rupees. Not only that, I gotta get over there. Bus fee is about 10,000 Tibetan and Nepalese rupees. So now they need additional Nepalese rupees 10,000. They need a little bit of money to stop by, eat some food. They gotta get there. When they get to college, they can't just go to the dorm right away. They gotta stay 1 day or 2 in the nearby dorm, in a hotel or whatever, just to get a registration, blah blah, what have you. And they gotta pay fees. Things like. So all this money, it overall it costs them about 40, 50,000 Indian rupees. Their parents can afford it. The ones who are, I'm talking about the ones who really cannot afford it, right? This is what we're helping right now. So they don't have 50,000 Indian rupees. So what do they do?
Yeah.
But they literally drop out. And this is happening now. This is actually happening right now. Forget about tuition. That's far ahead. They can't even afford to get to India. They can't even afford to pay that deposit. And I'm not even kidding. You can call any student that we have, I'll give you some numbers. It's very sad. This kid is from Nepal, from Tibet. He was put in a TCB when he was little, and dropped in there, whatever. Parents are from Tibet or something. So anyway, he came when I was like a really young age. Now he's grown up, 18 years old. All of a sudden, he has no one, no relatives abroad. no father, no mother, no parents, no relative, no brother, sister, nothing. So we're
Yeah.
like his parent. Jojo, vice messenger, what's up? I'm this and this. He also he writes his long letters. I have no one, please help me. I need to renew my RC in order to get to the college. College will accept me unless I have an RC, because to go down to college, you have to show that you're Tibetan. Right?
Oh, okay. So to get to the Dalai Lama College, you need to show that card, but if it's expired, you have to go spend all that money to renew it. Which can
Exactly.
be bad.
So
Okay.
exactly. So, and not only that, if you obviously, I'm guessing in any colleges too that has affiliated with Tibetan Government Exile, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that you have to be Tibetan. I mean, because they only give discount to Tibetan people, Tibetan students, because they have allied with Tibetan Government Exile. So, okay, because you're Tibetan Exile, we'll give you 2 students for discount amount, right? So, but to go there, you got to show that you're Tibetan, right? So you need this RC, but he had to renew it. To get that, to do that, renew it, he needs to have money. You don't have money. So he does
Yeah.
his long letter, we read it. Oh my God, I'm gonna do. So he sent us a video. The video that we watch, after we watch it twice, we all had tears. So we paid for we found sponsors and we paid for the fees. I mean, transportation, we sent close to 50,000 Indian rupees. Matter of fact, more than that, 60 or 70. And then he paid his hotel, he ate, all transportation, meal. He also renewed his license, renewed RC, and then he was able to get to. We even paid for his money to go back to go to the college,
Okay.
and then one sponsor day we found awesome friend from. His name is Tarjin, Joe Tarjin in Toronto. So he sent. He bought him a phone. Imagine that. I know. He bought him a phone, and then later, a year later, not a year later, but a few months later, we found a sponsor bought him a laptop.
Wow. You
Yeah, I'm
got the
telling you. So he got all the help he got, and he's happy. He's cool to go. He just, yeah, it was great. It was very successful. We found a sponsor for his transportation, sponsor for his RC, sponsor for his phone, because his phone wasn't working. You need that to when you do a computer application degree. You need
Yeah.
that stuff, right? And then you need a laptop, right? So we found a sponsor for that as well. It was great. It was so successful. I'm telling you, it was great. I want to add one more thing, that what the students go through in exile, a lot of students who are here, born in America or anywhere abroad, have no idea. And that's true, and I just wish someday, like, I have like 5 students. Jojo, I want to go with you. So I have like 5 or 10 Tibetan students in abroad. They come with me, and we go to India together, and we go sit with these students in exile and lie across each other and tell them about their struggle. You'd be amazed. Bring a
Yeah.
box of tissue, bring a box of tissue, and you will have tears. Recently, just 2 days ago, we had a student. She has no money to buy even pads for the girls, the monthly pads
Mhm.
that the girls have to go through. She didn't have money for that.
Wow.
And her phone was 6S, broken, not even working anymore. Charge it, goes off. 6S.
Mm.
And which student Tibetan in America or anywhere, especially America, they still have 6S?
Not really, not anyone. Not even no.
I'm not kidding. Go to Zama's sponsor, you'll see. She's in there. She's in
Oh.
there. She don't mind showing her face, so she's in there. And we got so lucky. Just yesterday, we got a sponsor named Cheryl. I just shut up. She's from Virginia, where you are.
Mm.
And she just sent $400.
Wow.
Just this morning, she went to buy the phone.
That's
I'm not-
amazing.
It's amazing. Imagine that. I have a student like her, can't even afford a pad. And that's
Yeah.
how bad it is. Her father was put in jail for a year and a half in a prison for escaping from Tibet.
Mm.
Now, who do they tell the story to if you don't
Right.
have a medium nonprofit like us. No, we're here. We're the middlemen. They tell us the problem. We tell you their problem. You find out about it. You send them money. They go to school. They graduate. We keep doing that. How many students we're gonna help them graduate? First of all, you're gonna give them hopes. Second of all, you're gonna prevent them from going become if it's a boys from alcoholic, drug dealers, whatever, drugs, sorting to drugs and things like that. Then they gotta go to rehab, which costs more money, blah blah, and then their parents are not doing good. So if it's a girl, they end up who knows, right? So that's why we have to think about these things and just pay attention because you don't know much about it. That's why I'm really happy that you're allowing me to say this in your platform to form this kind of platform. And I think you are doing such a good job. And you have no idea what you're doing right now. It's um, so needed.
Yeah.
And I hope that more of your viewers can pay more attention and even go to India, go to these colleges and meet few students. And if you need help, talk to us. We have students right now ready to tell you the problems. It's amazing. There's one student right now. I mean, I can go on. I can go on.
Yeah.
And these students, no papers. Some of them don't have any, even having an RC only is not enough, And once one student actually wrote down in a Facebook comment, Jojo, I don't understand it. They can take a loan, get a financial aid loan, college will pay for it, and that's it. I feel, I understand her, but she don't understand. She grew up in America. You can just go to financial loan, banks give you loan or whatever, negotiate loan, there's a financial aid. You think that you have like that in India? No.
Yeah.
You're still a refugee in India.
Right.
First of all, high school graduates from 12th grade, majority don't even have a bank account.
Mhm.
These kids grew up with one pair of clothes all 4 years of being in high school. They were fed and raised by institutions like DCV and Masri and Dalhousie and a few other private colleges, private high school, orphanage schools. I just went to Clementown recently. There were a lot of orphanage schools out there, and Tibetan, a few parts of India and Nepal. That's how they grew up. And then when they start to go to college, they have nothing, not even bank account. Forget about getting a loan. There's no loan for it. There's loan. Excuse me, loans are, Indian government, they have loans, yeah, but they're for Indian students. It's not for Tibetan refugee students. Maybe not recently, maybe they found different ways, but it's not that easy. I'm telling you, being Tibetan students is not easy at all. You have nothing to show. Go to bank, what are you going to show? You got a house? You got no house. You live in a settlement. That house is not yours. That land is given by Indian government. That's not your place, right? So I'm talking about the students who are poor. Right? They don't have, as I told you earlier, they don't have money to renew their license or RC. You think they have money to bank will give them loan? Forget it. What document do you have? Well, I don't have RC. I'm from Nepal. I have them from India. Well, I have RC, but what is that thing? That means nothing. Airport, that's just for us Tibetans, but that means nothing. It's not enough to strong enough document to get bank loans and things like that. You don't get that. You just you're lucky you finished high school, and that's about it. So being born in as well, also being raised in India, it's very, very tough. And that's why a lot of students who are, just they feel there's no hope. And I'm talking about the ones who don't have anyone. There's one students from Nepal, majority from Nepal as well. They come to India and they graduate. When they graduate, that's why a lot of students become nurse, because when they become nurse, they obviously they get help, and then they become nurse, and then they work in Nepal, India, because Nepal you cannot work as Tibetan, right? Because you're on paper. So India, at least as a when you have RC, you can actually work in hospitals. They keep each other heard, which is good. But the ones who are poor, they can't even afford, so it just drops out. And I heard some friends, they help each other, but that's about it. I'm telling you, it's really, really tough. And the ones who come to help, ask for help, are the ones that are really in need, big time.
People who are listening right now and they want to donate or they want to sponsor, like how would we, if we were to shift now, like how would people be able to do that? Would they have to contact you, or would they have to? What's the process like?
You, sure, you have two choice. If you were to help any students, I mean, obviously now that was I'm talking about 2013, but now I'm step to 13, and then now we have close to maybe 150 students. So that was the first student. Now there's something, and now, till now we have like students like different fields, right? From India, from Nepal, from even one from Bhutan. She's doing nursing right now. And so anyway, so to donate, you have two choice. Number one, you can send it to us. We have a nonprofit here registered here. We also have a bank account here. You can send it to our students funding, students funds. You can Zelle us. You can send us a check. You can pay us through PayPal. PayPal costs money. They charge some fees. So obviously Zelle is probably faster and better. You can send us a check. You can either give us in person, cash, whatever. Or you can send it directly to the student. It's completely up to you. We'll give you students a bank account, everything like that. We have a team here in the United States. We have a team in Canada. We also obviously have a team in India and Nepal. So you can send it anywhere you want, and that should be good enough. Yeah, so that should be good enough. And then when we get it, and then we get a text message saying we got the money. And then if you need a receipt for your tax income, we can give that to you as well. On our Facebook Messenger, you could go to Facebook Messenger, our sponsors. You can say, hey, my name is this. I just sent you this much money under this name. Can I get a receipt with this name? Because sometimes the Facebook name is different than regular, tax income name. So you gotta tell me what name, so we can write that name down and send you the receipt, no problem. And you can take that as a tax income, because our nonprofit is registered. It's a 501c. So it's actually good for you if you do that. With your income, it's actually good if you do that.
Hey everyone, just wanted to take a quick moment to segue into the conversation we're just having, and that wanted to plug that if you are living in the US and you donate $100 or $50 or $200, you can use that money to actually deduct from your income taxes. So what that means is that if you donate to Zamar sponsors, they give you the receipt, you hold on to that receipt, you can actually use that $200 to reduce your income taxes for the year. So not only are you making a big difference into someone's life, you can actually benefit from a tax incentive and get that money right back to you by saving it on your income taxes. So just wanted to plug that and give some more context to what we're just talking about, and more reason to why you should donate. Thank you.
I want the viewers to know that I'm also working.
Yeah.
I'm not rich, but I'm also working. But this is my way of contributing, so that you know that your money is going straight to the students. It's not coming to us. Our organization, our nonprofit, doesn't take any money. 100% of your money goes straight to the students. That's something that I'm very proud of, and my teams are also proud of too. That's something I'm very proud of. And you may think, oh wow, something, and you do hear that. I do hear that. Oh, we give you $50. Oh, who knows? Maybe they keep 100. They keep $30, and maybe they keep 40 bucks, and they put out only $10 to the students. Right? You hear things like that.
So, yeah.
But no, I want to take that opportunity to tell you that all $50 will go to the students.
100% given.
None of it goes to us. Even income tax we do at the end of the year is $150. I pay from my own pocket, from my nonprofit. So everything, all this small stuff here and there, I pay. And when I go visit the students, or when I go visit the elders, or we don't do those families we're helping here and there, all the money, plane ticket, I'll pay my own pocket. Your money goes to them.
Straight to
students. And you said earlier, what else you do aside from education? We do recently started helping elders who are living themselves. We give them 1,000 rupees stipend per monthly. And right now we're helping about 60 elders. Right now we're giving 1,000 to 2,000 rupees every month.
Yeah.
We find sponsors for that as well. So if you want to adopt an elder or 1 or 2 adult elders, let us know. We'll find you an elder. If not, don't worry. Just give us donation. Sometimes you can give us donate per month, and we have right now sponsors who give us $100 a month. Sometimes there's one student who just became a lawyer, and she just gave us a call, say, "Hey, Jojo, I know you're doing a great job. I just become lawyer now." She's doing lawyer now, and New York, and she's like, "Okay, every year I want to give you $750." So now she just sent a Zelle to the bank recently. So now she's gonna give us $750 every year. That's great, awesome, right? So
Yeah.
that's something that's a lot of graduates, like college Tibetan college graduates who just graduated, or maybe working for like 2 years. They have enough income, and I'm not saying maybe not all rich, but $1,000 a year you can easily afford. $100 a month you can easily afford, right?
Yeah.
That's really you make decent money. That $100 a month is not going to hurt you because you make good money. Whatever you do work, that's seems like a lot, but if you think about it, $100 a month is nothing. So if you give that, that's going to help a lot of kids. And if we have 2, 3 more sponsors like that, we can add on to more students, more elders, and then we also help out some families who are difficult, paying rents. And some recently this one family had a twin babies, and the hospital was asking for money, so they took a loan, 30,000 rupees, but they didn't have money, so we paid for that. I think this is one example. We pay if you go to our Jamar sponsors Facebook, even YouTube. Now, obviously, you elders, they say, okay, so we put on YouTube. Go to Jamar sponsors, YouTube, you're gonna see what we do. We help a lot. During COVID time, we helped close to 300, 400 Tibetans.
Wow.
We built kitchen, we built bathroom, we built houses, we paid for their twin delivery costs, we paid for their rent, we bought them. We even gave 90 students in college called Baroda College in India. Not sure where it is, probably in Delhi or somewhere, maybe Bangalore, I don't know where it is, but it's far away. But a lot of students go there. A majority are from Tibet, and when they were parents in Tibet, and then now they're there. So they go there for school and then college for 4 years or 3 years. But during COVID, they had no income at all. Parents couldn't send money. Majority our parents are not in exile, not even in abroad. So we sent them. We raised funds close to 4 lakh, and we gave each of them 4,050 rupees, 4,500 rupees to last whole month. That particular month. Because they were skipping meals. They were skipping. At that time, I told all the students here, college graduates here, they didn't know anything about it. Really? Wow. We didn't go through that. But yeah, the students over there, they were sleeping late until 11, 12. So they don't have to go, they can just skip the meal, breakfast. Every one of them was skipping breakfast because they just couldn't afford it.
Wow.
They were eating only one of them, a few of them were eating only once a day for a whole month. And then some of them were eating on ramen noodle. So it was pretty bad. So when we heard that right away, we did a fundraise, we sent money. And so everyone got 4,500. They sent us a photo, they sent us a thank you, they even sent us a few audio. I don't know if I still have it, but it is a thank you. If you go to Jamar sponsors, you'll see during 2020 or 21, I think. If you go to that date search, you'll see these photos. Yeah. So anyway, it's a lot of. I learned so much. I'm telling you, even for Tibetan kids who grew up in Nepal, that if they want to study in India, that they cannot take a plane, right? A lot of Tibetans grew up in India
Because they can't afford it.
No, a lot of Tibetans who grew up born in America or anywhere else, they don't know about it. I didn't know about it either. I learned that Tibetans, especially students, Tibetan kids, children, or Tibetan students, I should say, Tibetan, even all Tibetans, even now, maybe 10 years ago, or maybe 11, 15 years ago, I can even say 20, that they don't get Tibetan refugee card.
Tibetan refugee card.
Yeah, it's called RC. They don't get it. And then and obviously Tibetan.
Why do they get it? If you know the answer to that.
Yeah, sure. So the reason they don't get it is because of the, politics.
Politics.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much,
Yeah.
but it's politics. So something that you have to go Google and search, but there's a reason for that. So
And,
you know,
sorry, not
so
to cut you off too. And then what does this card do? Like, does it give you some benefits or something?
yeah. So if you have RC, then it shows that the government allows you to have. It says that you are now officially a refugee. And
Okay.
then now you are entitled to whatever the refugee is entitled to, right? That means you can, whatever you basically depend on the country where you live. If once you get a status of refugee now card, then you can whatever is in the by law in law it states that's the rights you have. Maybe you go to school. Maybe some countries refugee you can get a job, right? But in Nepal, I know maybe you don't know because a lot of the young Tibetans don't know about it, especially born and raised in America. As a Tibetan, you cannot find a job because you have refugee card. Refugee card does not allow you to get a job. You can't. Now that at that time, Tibetan refugee, if you don't have no refugee card, and then you don't have no Tibetan Nepalese citizenship, passport or whatever, or whatever, you're essentially the minute you're born in Nepal as a Tibetan, you're illegal.
Because you don't have that card and you don't have
it's really sad. It's if you really think about it, it's the saddest thing ever. You're born illegal. That's it. And so you just know what they could literally kill you, and no one know what karma is.
They have very little no rights because of that, right?
Exactly. So so that's pretty much it. So in other words, as a Tibetan born in Nepal, it's it's a really hard thing. So because of that, they find different ways to get different ways to try to make things happen, whatever get a job, whatever. So so majority of students, what they do is they go study in India, right? But to get to India, it's another difficult thing that they have to go through. I don't want to get into it, but it's off the camera I can tell you, but to even get there, it's a whole another thing they have to go through. Imagine going to another country, even though Nepal, India is so close together, and a country in America, you have no documents, right? So and because of that, you hear students. Sometimes you hear students who are get caught in the middle of it in the border somewhere, and then they don't know what to do. They don't speak Hindi. They don't speak the ones who So they don't papers they don't have, and they put in jail. They don't know. It's just they're lost. They don't know what to do. It's really sad. But a couple of incidents you hear stories like that, so they don't get lucky. But anyway, so being Tibetan students in Nepal. At that time when I was paying their fees is when I found out. I asked them, hey, what do Tibetan students do here? How do this? Where do they study? And how do you become successful? How do you graduate? When you graduate, where do you get a job? So all the questions that we were asking, and they're like, Jojo, when we graduate, there's no job. And that really struck me. It's like, oh my God. They don't get a job, they don't graduate, but and then they're like, well, when you go to college, if you can't afford it, obviously you can't even afford your 10th, 11th grade. Your parents can't even afford your 10th, 11th grade. So when you go to college, who's going to pay for your fees? Jojo, we don't know. We don't have anyone to pay our fees. We may get help from, we may get help from our exile, but that's not much. That's like maybe 40,000, 30,000, 40, 50,000, 30 to 40, 50,000 rupees, Nepalese rupees. But that's nothing, right? Because and then to go to school, there might be some English-speaking school that they could go to, but because a lot of Tibetans who were really poor in the Nepali language, they fail. So because of that's the only subject that drags them down their grades. And the overall grades now, it's like it could have been A, but now they're down to C. So because of that, a lot of good colleges don't accept that or things like that. So on top of that, they can't afford it. So a lot of students at that time, now I don't know, I'm talking 2013, something like that. And a lot of Tibetan students, boys are like, give up. So now they do drugs, they hang around, they got no jobs. The parents are sad, they're disappointed, but don't want to do anything about it. kids are roaming around all over, doing their things. Once in a while, one or two gets to, get a visa, will go somewhere else, other country. But the majority just hanging around, in the summer or doing drugs or resort to alcohol. You see a lot of that. So yeah, it's that time it was like that. So maybe now it is. Who knows? But anyway, and then I realized we need to do something about this. Maybe we could help them out and pay for their fees or find sponsors, what have you. But then this one kid, he said he wants to be a lawyer, and we got a call. At that time, he was going to school in Kathmandu because from 11 to 12, he went to school over there. Even his 10th grade, and he didn't have to. He couldn't pay. He was still pay Fondu. We paid for that as well. And then he said Jojo, we want to go to school. I have to go to school in India because here there's no future for Tibetans. And I'm like, okay, so well, if you go to India, then how are you going to get there? And he said, okay, you're going to do this and do that. And he told me ways you can go there. Like, okay, fine. So when you get there, what are you going to do? This is the college I can go to. Very smart kid. So I'm going to this. And like, okay, so I will see. So then I came back to the United States, and then I started doing fundraise. Next thing you know, within 3 months or so, he got sponsors. We got like 5 sponsors for him. They're all the 5 sponsors like pitching in money, blah, blah. And I did a fundraise here in New York as well. And so we sent him to school in a law university that offers. They have a law school. So he got there. He sends them photos, things like that. Anyway, so now he graduated.
Wow,
He's a lawyer now.
that's amazing.
I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. I was like, wow, I can't, this is actually happening. So, I know you can give him a call. He said, hey, how you doing, man? I just spoke to, Cho Doji, and, I heard you're now graduated. You got a law degree, and obviously it's a bachelor's law degree, but, I'm trying to see if, hopefully, he's finding ways to come to, even study further, do master's and PhD, whatever. I said, yeah, you should go for it. If you need a little more help, I can even do more fundraise, which I'm right now. I'm having a little tough time, but maybe you can help me out. After this podcast, maybe you guys can help me out and give me some, so not me, but do some fundraise for me, and then collect some money to send it to him. So he really wants to study abroad, like in Australia or maybe Norway or London or France, some of that. Even here too, if you get a good guidance here, or if you guys know any college that can, offer scholarship, and part of it you guys can do fundraise, that would be nice. And I think he'll be a really good lawyer. He knows how to speak. He doesn't have a stage fright. He's got the leadership quality. I'm telling you, this kid is smart as hell, but just don't have money. The parents, both his parents passed away. So recently his father passed away. And so he's really smart, super smart, but he just didn't have the opportunity, and that's what we gave him. And it just happened automatically. Just as I told you, India to Nepal to paying the kids' fees. All of a sudden, one of the kids was him. At that time, he was going to high school in Kathmandu, and he gave us a call. Next thing you know, we say, okay, he's in India, going to school there, a lawyer. After 4 years, he graduated. It was just really kind of like a movie, So anyway, we have a few stories that you can, read up their stories. That's that. Yeah, we also have her story as well. So I'll send you the stories for sure, and then audio. I have some. I can send it to you, and you can just put it, in a new podcast. You can do that.
Yep, we'll do. And then there's thank you for the amazing work that you and your team does for Tibetan people, especially students and those who are struggling, and being able to give them the resource to go down the right path. And then I enjoyed this conversation, and hopefully our listeners did as well. And thank you for being here.